Hey, back again. So we just want to give you an update on the little filters that we made for the section part of our filters. We'll start with this one up here for actually. So you can see how like dark colored it is. It got quite a bit of stuff already. And then you can see up here, I mean, this always gets pretty dirty. But anyway, so like that filter, that fiber filter works pretty good. So, and so just want to let you know that you guys just use that. You don't have to buy all the other filters, and just makes things easier and cheaper. Well, and our fish, of course, are doing pretty good. Let's go back to this one over here, and then you can see that one got quite a bit. So. Alright, so you can see how dirty it is. We'll go up to that filter over here. It's also still got some more stuff too. So it's showing you that, you know, not only is it gonna get stuff there, you'll still get more of the finer stuff that's still going through. So still keeping the tank nice and clean. Let's go over here and check on the other one. Alright. So same thing, you know, doing pretty good. You know, none of the fish have been sucked on to the filter, the suction that it makes. So we're really happy about that, and we do have some little small guys in there. So we'll back that up there a little bit. All right, and then that's pretty much it. You know, I'll show you, like, we're gonna take one off and we're gonna see what it looks like, see if that, a lot of stuff comes off it while I take it off, or if it's just gonna be just fine. Let me just grab the trash can real quick so we don't have to, excuse me, walk too far. All right, so let's look at the filter here. All right, so we're just gonna slide it right off, nice and slowly, and bring it out. And just throw it away, and we'll just make another one. Well, did catch a little bit of what was that? That's just some of the moss in there. Yep, and then that's just like that. And it's still pretty good. We're just gonna change the filter right now. That out. You can see it's caught just quite a bit. You know, see, you can see that works pretty well. So I'm just gonna toss that. And also take that out. You can see it still catches quite a bit of stuff. So we're just gonna clean all those, and everything's gonna be just back as new, and we'll be right back with that to show you just how things look. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna show you what we do. We just grab a little piece out, and then we're just gonna, this might be a little bit, actually a tiny bit too big. All right, so we're just gonna stuff it in there, kind of squish it together. Just stuff it right in there. Alright. There's that. And that's all you need to do. Alright. Looks like it's going to poke out like that, and that's fine because we'll just put that in there. Okay. And then you're just going to push it down, get it all wet, let it soak up that water. Alright. Just push it in there, shape it in there. Alright. Right. And now that's what that looks like right there. brand new filter right back in there. And then we just gotta clean the other one, and then we'll be good with that. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. So we just finished cleaning. And we just usually just use a hose because it's a lot faster, better pressure. So let's do that. Okay. Very simple, very easy. You just want to make sure when you use these filters that you put them in the right way. It'll say front. On the back it'll say nothing, so you know which is the front. Slide it in right there, and that's it for that. Again, these other two here, we'll just put these in real quick. And this one, I got a bigger filter for this one. Usually it's best to get at least a little bit bigger if you can for your tanks, because it cleans it better and keeps it keep is easier. So we will put some more of the fiber filter in there. Let me just put this in here real quick. Get that thing cleared out. Alright, and go back to our phone here. Again, you just want to pick out like a decent amount depending on the size. I always like kind of move it together, kind of get entwined with each other again, and then just stuff it in there and do that. Doesn't have to look super pretty, but you want to just make sure it's super nice looking whatever. It could be again puffed out like that, that's fine, because we'll fix that. And just goes back in there. There. Alright, so like you can see, like if you don't do anything, it's just gonna look like that. It'll be all puffed out. It might even like push itself out. So but you wanna push it underneath the water so you can get it soaked and make sure it's all wet. Mess around with it a little bit. Okay. So it doesn't have to look all aesthetic or anything, super nice. So, yeah, but that's it. Anytime we'll, I mean, you'll have that nice looking waterfall sometimes, but the water is pushing through, but it's not too bad looking there. And that's it for that, and then we'll just put the top back on. These, it's always flashing red because we did put one Biomax in there, so that kind of raised the water a little bit. So, but we just keep an eye on it. We basically, once your filter fiber looks dirty, that's when you just change it. It's not really that hard. So we're gonna take this off, and the fish do like to actually nibble on some of the algae that it collects. So I'm just gonna take that off. All right, and just, of course, you wanna not get rid of all the bad stuff when you wash it out. You just want to keep that beneficial bacteria in there, so it's fine. But this you can just toss, doesn't matter. And then I just we'll just maybe make another one and make sure that it's all taken care of and it looks good and no more worries. One thing we're going to do too, we're going to add some more sand and substrate because the tanks are smelling a little bit. We do know that that's one thing that's going to help with maybe 25% water change. So we'll probably do that to the tanks as well. Even though we just added water, I'm just going to make sure and double check and make sure that you know, cancel out all the options and make sure it starts not smelling so bad. We do have some of these tanks in our room where we do sleep, so we don't want it to be all stinky and smelly. So that's one thing we could do. Again, it's just like that, and we'll put it inside the big old tank here, which is not that big, just long, same size. And just get all wet and soak up that water there. And you can see it's so fine with the water filtering just fine. And you can see this one down here, the extra filter we put on there that we made, it's collecting all that other stuff too that we don't want in the tank. So, but our Mr. Bubbles here, our goldfish, likes to push all these rocks and make little mounds and stuff, and he does a really good job about sucking all the algae off the rocks too. So that's another good thing to have goldfish for, because they like sucking all the algae off the rocks, and you don't have to clean it as much. All right, it's okay. So let's take that off. Again, we'll make new ones, and we do have a video of us making those little filters that we put over the filter where it sucks all the water in and it helps filter the water. And just go ahead and watch those. We'll see if we can put a link to that and make that happen, so it'll be easier for you to find. But we don't have too many videos right now for you to have to look through to just find that. It's one of the most recent ones we've had, so it won't be too hard. But yeah, we hope you like this short video here, and we'll be making more, and we'll see what else we can bring up to your attention to help you feel more excited about your tanks and your fish, and enjoy your fish tanks. So we love you and care about you guys. Peace out, and we will talk to you later. Subscribe and like, please. Have a good one.